Okay, let's talk about power chords. I'm sure even if before you were playing guitar, maybe you heard that saying, a power chord. A power chord is the staple, I would say, of rock and roll. It's the staple of a guitar riff in modern rock and even blues music. A power chord means so much. Now, when I am talking about a power chord in this sense, I'm talking about something very, very strong, thick, and made up of two notes. A root note and one other note, which is a fifth of the scale, but we'll talk about that later. In this situation, we're going to use our open E string and we're going to take our index finger and we're going to put it on the A string 2nd fret and see what it sounds like hitting them together. That is a power chord. If you want an A power chord, you can go your open A string and index finger on the 2nd fret. That is an A power chord. You want a D power chord? Open D string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. So the way to think about a power chord, you guys, is just a very simple thing. It's like if you have your single note, like an E, if we add 2 frets above on the next string, you have a thicker version of that note. So many of your favorite songs use power chords. Talking about this. Remember that one? How about this? Come on. How about this as a power chord? Even moving up the neck, you have. Power chords are everywhere in rock and roll. There's so many familiar riffs with power chords. They are disguised single notes thicker. These power chords are only 2 notes. You heard me right, 2 notes, and they sound full, thick, and awesome. Now, for our upcoming jam track, when we have an E power chord, check this out. We have our open E string, right? And then, in order to make the power chord, we go 2 frets up from this open E. In this case, it would be the 2nd fret on our A string, and listen to what this sounds like. Striking that together, that sound, those 2 notes working together to make it sound super full and super thick. Yet again, open E string and the 2nd fret on your A string. That makes our E power chord. And moving along into our jam track, we're going to move it to an A power chord. Now think of it this way. That open A defines what power chord it is, and then moving 2 frets up on our D string, which is directly 1 higher string than our A, we have the A chord. The A power chord rings out just using those 2 notes, open A and the 2nd fret of your D string. We can move that another string set up, which means a D power chord, which is your open D string, and then the 2nd fret on your G string. So those 3 together, the E, the A, and the D power chords sound like this. Here's our E. Here's our A. Here's our D. Yet again. of the basis of rock and roll was created on such a simple 2-note power chord.